you lovely lot. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Notch to 11. Marky Mark's on my permission.
Hi.
What on earth is going on? It's been a while. So yes, welcome back. We're 2 weeks on a trot, mate. Yeah, digging together 2 weeks on a trot. Anyone would think we liked each other.
I'm sick of it.
But yeah, we had a bit of a window of opportunity open up last night. So I text Mark. He's available. A little bit hungover, but available to come down to my field, my new field where I've had massive success. So we're going to have 4 or 5 hours of plugging around and see what we find. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for silver. Mark's back with his legend.
Yep.
I've got the Deus too, but with a twist. I've updated it. I've bitten the bullet. I've updated to 2.0, and I've got the Jethro Program on. I'll tell you a bit more about that on the field, but for now, time is of the essence. We need to get out that way, and we'll see you on the field. See you in a bit. Well, it's a cold one. It's about 2 or 3 degrees on a Saturday morning. How lovely. Nice to be out with my good pal. There he is. Over there. Happy days. Yeah, so I bit the bullet. I spoke to a few people over recent weeks and months about upgrading from the 0.71 firmware up to the 2.0. And I was chatting to my mate Al. Hello, Al. On the Colchester Club dig last weekend. And he was mentioning that he's been hoovering up the hammers with this Jethro program, but you need 2.0 on it. So during the week, I've taken the plunge, shall we say, and upgraded to 2.0 Jethro program. I don't know who you are, Jethro, but hopefully by the end of the day, I'll be thanking you very much. Anyway, we've had the first. We haven't even moved from where we did the intro. Had the first one, which was in the 90s, and yeah, I've dug it out to here, and it looks a bit well, it looks a bit horsey brassy to me, but it also looks quite thick. And we are on a field where I found Roman, just so you know. So that's good. Yeah, that's very interesting. That's feels a bit too thick to be horsey brassy, you know. And it's very heavy, so it's got that kind of bronze patina to it. And it's not a million miles from where I found a Roman brooch. So yeah, I wonder what that could be. Something old, or is it horsey ringy thingy? Don't know. But we'll take it as a first find, and we'll move on. So we'll see you out there. Well, Mark's had a good start. He's had a little printing press block. Anyway, he's had a nice little interesting find. And he's also found a little lead toy plane, very battered. So it didn't land very well, but a toy plane nonetheless. So he's had a good start. It's going to take me a little getting used to. Tones obviously are very different on this Jethro program to what I'm used to on my notched program, which is Relic. You on the silver? Mark's on the silver already. Well, let's park this live dig and go and see what he's got. Look at that. We've not even been here half an hour, and I guaranteed Mark, I said we'd find some silver today. He's got a little sixpence. What a start, mate. Who's that? You want to take it?
Yeah, go for it.
I won't rub it for you.
No, go on, go for it.
Oh, it's quite worn on the back. Looks like it might be 1940 something. So who would that be? That'd be George the 6th. Give it a wipe, mate. Give it a wipe.
Not feel anything.
Look at that. Halfway through a live dig as well. There he is. Yeah, George the 6th. Sixpence, 1940 something. So he's found a World War II plane and a World War
1940
and a World War II coin. Look at that. Happy days. What a start.
Hey.
Right, that's your lot. You can go home now. See you in a bit. Where were we? Yeah, so anyway, Mark's had a couple of good finds. He's on the silver already. I've just told him he's got to leave. It's a long walk home from here though. I drove. But yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's a good field, this one. It's already given up some great things. 72 now. Let's see what we got. I've still got my glove off, so my hand's freezing already. Yeah, not a gold coin. Bit of cack, but an exciting start to the day nonetheless. We'll see you in a bit. Right, so I'm not sure where I got to on that last video. It all got a bit exciting. Yeah, it's going to take some time to get used to because obviously the tones and tone breaks and everything else are very different to what I'm used to. Yeah, but the tones are there. If you're walking over them, you find them. This is a 96, by the way. So I've got no idea whether it's going to be any good or not. But with a 90s, you've got to turn the camera on just in case. Oh, it's quite hard there. But yeah, this field has already thrown up some good finds for Marky Mark, which is brilliant. It's about time I brought him down here, isn't it? I need to bring Carl down here as well, because obviously it's his turn soon. Oh, well, yeah, no, sadly not. It's a nut. There you go. He finds silver, I find a nut. That's about right, isn't it? See you in a bit. Well, the next one's quite cool. We're one in the 60s. Can you see that? I don't think it's silver. It's a nice little chain. I hope if I pull that, I don't pull the plug out. I might just go in with the digger actually and just try and, I'm not sure how far it's going to go. Probably lose it now. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that's very cool. Interesting. Let's get the other glove off. Oh dear. It's a chilly one today, folks. Yeah. Little copper chain, I reckon. Oh, that's excellent. I think it's copper. Yeah, you can see the green coming through, yeah. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, nice. Excellent. One for the bag anyway. See you in a bit. Well, we're about an hour in now, and Mark's had his little bit of silver. Not much for me so far. Had an 89.90 though, which I didn't bother turning the camera on for. And just at the end of my finger there, I think we've got hopefully got our first coin. It could be a button, of course. Yeah, feels a bit thick for a button. Yeah, that's a coin. Little George III, I reckon. Oh, excellent. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's give that a squirt and be back to you in a sec. Yeah, reasonably blank, halfpenny sized. I think there is a little bit there, something there even. I can't talk this morning. Can't get any words out. But yeah, I think there should be something there. So yeah, with a little tender clean back at the ranch, we should be able to find out who that is. But my guess right now, something like a George III. Yeah, I think you can see some writing coming through there. So yeah, something like a George III halfpenny. So yeah, a couple 100 years old and my first coin. Let's move on. Right, next one is a surfacey 89.90. Around there somewhere. So I've got the digger out already. We thought we'd have a look together. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be. Can you see that? Yeah, lovely. Gotta be, isn't it? Straight after that previous coin, whatever that was, we've got another one. Yeah, lovely. That'll be much the same, I suspect. A bit thinner, so maybe a bit newer, I don't know. But yeah, halfpenny again. I will give this one a squirt also. But this field isn't very kind to the coppers, the older coppers anyway. But we'll give it a whirl, give it a squirt, and if there's anything there, we'll get back to you. If not, we shall move on. There we go. You can see a bust on that one, so yeah, probably George III, I suspect. Yeah, lovely. 2 halfpennies on the bash. I shall see you in a bit. Well, the next one, if it's what I think it is the biggest I've seen. It was an 86. Look at the size of that. It's a lead ball. Now, that's no musket ball. That can't be a musket ball. That's far too big. I must have been a big old gun if it was. Possibly a little mini cannon or something. I don't know. Look at it. That's huge. As you'd imagine, it blew my ears off. It's not deep, about 3 or 4 inches down. 86 on the Deus too, on the Jethro Program. But yeah, that's huge. That's bigger than any musket ball by a long stretch. Yeah, as you can see, that's huge. So what do you reckon that came from? What fired that? I don't think it's a weight. It doesn't appear to be a weight. Yeah, maybe. No idea. What shot that? You tell me. Next one for your delight. Jethro seems to be set on lead at the moment. I've been finding lead after lead after lead. A couple of interesting bits of lead, and I think a third interesting bit of lead actually. It's about a foot down. That's a very deep hole. It's very faint in the high 80s, and obviously a bit more banging now. Kind of 86, 87. And yeah, I thought it was just a lump of lead, but I actually now think, now I picked it up, that is a steel yard weight. It's got that conical shape. Yeah, definitely. That's probably, and bearing in mind this says had Roman on this field, my guess would be a Roman steel yard weight. That is, yeah, lovely. It's heavy, it means I've got to lug it around again with that massive great musket ball or whatever that was. But yeah, another interesting bit of lead. Excellent. Right, need some shiny coins though. That would be nice. Proper history though. We'll see you in a bit. Right, so I'm hopeful I found a little nugget of history. So, full disclosure, I've knelt down and had a look at the site. Hopefully I haven't hit it because it's right on the edge of the hole. So I've knelt down and had a look at it. I think I know what it is. So it's kind of 84, 85 on the Deus 2. And as I say, I've knelt down already. And can you see that? I think that might be a Crotal bell. Please. Oh yeah, no it is. Yeah. Love it. Love it. I will never grow tired. And I say that about a lot of things. But oh dear. There's a gaping hole at the bottom though, which is a real shame, because I fully suspect that won't ring. Oh, that's a right shame. Just that tiny bit there. If that had held on, that P would still ring, but I suspect it's no longer going to. But it's an absolute beauty. I never ever mind finding these. Not quite whole, but a beauty nonetheless. Let me just give that a little squirt in case there's any patterns on it. I'm back to you in a sec. Excellent. No, sadly not. It is design free and probably ringless as well. But that's a shame. It's a shame, but it's a beauty. Never going to complain. And when cleaned up and on a little coin stand or on a little Crotal bell stand, that will look lovely in the cabinet. Not a ringer, but a lovely thing nonetheless. Excellent. Let's move on. Looks like the Jethro Program has come up trumps. Having said that, I think I would have found it with a Fisher Price metal detector, to be honest. And this has never happened to me before. I'll just show you. 56, 57, right on the surface. Let's put that down. I've never had one of these on the surface. And you can see what I can see. We've got a hammered coin. Unbelievable. Never happened to me, that. Oh, let's get it in picture. That might help, Marcus.
Nice.
Looks like it. Oh yeah, that's full, all right. Oh my days. Go on, you beauty. I love this field. Right, I'm not gonna rub the soil into it any more than that. I am going to get out the little squirty bottle. But it appears to be decent detail, I've got to say. Oh, wow. I just knew Mark and I would find silver today. I just knew it. I had a good feeling. It's a great field, this one. We're on the hammered. What's that, number 6 silver for 2025, Gaz? I think it is. Excellent. Right, let's give it a squirt. Back to you in a sec. Look at it. It's a long cross, but it looks like in good condition. You know, the legend around the outside appears pretty legible, although I am no expert. And then we've got something on there that I can't quite make out. Is that someone facing left? Yeah, I think it is actually someone facing left. Don't know, but we should be able to ID it, I would imagine, fairly easily. Wow, a surface find. I've never found a hammered coin laying on the surface like that before. What a result. Well, that's silver for both me and Mark, so we'll see if we can find some more. We're only a couple of 3 hours in. Well, not even 3 hours, I wouldn't think. So we've still got plenty of time to find more. Who are you? Don't know. Any ideas, let me know, but we'll ID it back at the ranch for sure. But we're on the hammered. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wonderful. See you in a bit. Yeah, it's quite an unusual one. I'm still a bit stumped. I don't know if you can see it. It's clearly quite a large bust facing left, I think. And there seems to be like a little cross above his or her head. So, yeah, I'm none the wiser, actually. I'm not very good at identifying these kind of things anyway, so I don't find enough of them. But, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, a lovely bit of silver, I think, and that's going to clean up beautifully, one would hope. So, yeah, right, let's get that in the box and let's crack on. It's certainly turning out to be quite the day, I can tell you that much. You may or may not be able to see at the bottom of that hole, but I've just thrown that pile on the left, I just threw out. And as I threw it out, that fell back into it. As you can see, I've switched to the big numbers now so I actually see what I'm doing. So it was in the 90s, it was quite faint. But that's another Crotal bell, no doubt whatsoever. Are you going to be whole? Are you going to be a ringer? Oh, it is as well. That's brilliant. Oh gosh, I am so lucky with these. Mark and I were only talking when I found the first one quite a while ago now, saying that I've been so lucky to find them. And some people go decades metal detecting and never finding one. And then we got 2 in one day. And that is definitely a ringer. That is completely full. No doubt about it at all. Nice and deep, singing away in the 90s. And dinging away later when we get it home, I hope. Right, well, let's just give that a clean and see if we can see if there's any detail on that one. Back to you in a sec. What a day! What a day. Ding dong. That is a lovely Crotal bell. Not sure whether it's got any pattern on it. Might have. My eyes aren't great, as you all know. But it's definitely whole, so that's definitely going to be a ring-a-ding-dinger when we get it all cleaned out. And that is a beauty. What a day it's turning out to be. What a day. See you in a bit. Not nearly as big as the first one, but 83 musket ball. Excellent. Not long left now. Well, so far with the Jethro Program, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, still it's different tones and that kind of stuff than what I'm used to. Different tone breaks, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I've enjoyed it. I found some really deep targets. Yeah, which is encouraging. Yeah, and obviously the hammered on the surface you'd have found anywhere, I think. Anyway, there you go. We're very, very close back to the car now. And that was coming up in the 80s. So I thought we'd have a look together. Yeah, it's a bit crusty. No, is that a Roman coin? It's nice and thick. It would be nice if it was, wouldn't it? It's not a uniform shape for a coin, so that's encouraging. Ooh, could we finish with a nice little last hole banger, I wonder. We shall see. Right, let's give that a squirt. Come back to you in a second. Honest answer, I don't think so. That looks like a bit more of a proper uniform edge, doesn't it? I think that's actually possibly a bit of a cufflink or something like that. It's a bit crusty, whatever it is, but we'll clean that one up when we get home. In that case, let's have one more hole. See you in a bit. Well, this really will be the last hole. With a 92, 93. Right, so I'm going to dig it with my phone on my chest. So apologies for the jumping around. Not very deep, I don't think. But it's a 92, 93, and you've got to dig those. We're out of time, so I haven't got time to get the tripod out and everything else. Oh, is that a coin? Oh, have we finished with the coin? Oh, yes we have. Oh, that's all right. That's quite a big penny, I reckon. Oh, excellent. Right, well, let's, in the honour of a true live D, let's get the other glove off, get some water on it, and see what we got. Oh, there's a Britannia. You can see her loud and proud. Yep, so it's definitely a 1 penny. George V maybe. That's my guess. It looks a bit like it, doesn't it? Well, it's been a great day. Well, I say a great day, a great few hours. Yeah, penny. I think it looks like someone facing left, doesn't it? So let's go with George V and we'll take it. Yeah, not quite a last hole banger, but it's a coin. We've had a great time. And yeah, right. Let's have a chat with Mark and get off the field. See you in a bit. That's it, we're done. We've done about just 4.5 hours, I'd say, wouldn't you? Yeah, about 4.5 hours. We started about 9 this morning. It's about 1:30. He's got to get back. I'm going to shoot off, see my old man, bless him. Enjoyed it?
Yeah, loved it, mate. Bit chilly, but I've enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely.
Very cold, very chilly. He started like a blooming train. He had 2 or 3 really good finds early on, including that little silver 6pence. And it quietened down for him, but he's had a few bits. I started slowly, but I then found 2 Crotal bells. Yes, 2 Crotal bells, some coins, and a lovely hammered coin. So really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. So 2 bits of silver for me and Marky Mark, which is fantastic. This field never ever doesn't deliver nowadays. Well, let's hope it continues. Thanks as always for joining us. Stick around to the roundup, because I'm really keen for you to see what that hammered coin looks like. And we'll see you on the next one. Well, what a 4.5 hours Mark and I had. Great to see you, mate. Nice to finally invite you down to my permission for a change. We had a good few hours. Shame we had to get back. I think both he and I would have stayed another 3 or 4 hours if we could have got away with it. But sadly, Mark had to get home. And he found plenty of stuff as well. He had silver, so we had a double silver day between the two of us. He found that lovely little 1940 6pence. He also found some really interesting finds, including that lead plane and some other bits and bobs. I had a fantastic day, slow start as I mentioned on the video, but ended up being an absolute cracker. As you can see, plenty of stuff in the kind of copper and cat corner, including that little chain, the little ringy thing, which I think was the first hole, this little pinny thing, which isn't a Tudor pinhead, which I thought it might be, it's not. Plenty of lead, including the biggest musket ball, if that's indeed what it is, that I've ever seen. What fired that, do you reckon? Small cannon? I don't know. It's huge. Then a kind of general sized musket ball, so you can see the difference when I put them together. Absolutely whopping, that one on the left. Pretty sure we found a bit of Roman as well. That's a Roman steel yard weight, if ever I've seen one. If you disagree, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So a bit of Roman and a bit of lump. We had 3, 6, 7 buttons, plus a little cufflinky thing. Pretty cool. A few bits of clay pipe. We had a 1945, I think I called it a George V on the field. It's actually not. It's a George VI, 1945 penny. Very happy with that. We had a blank-ish half penny, and then we also had a George III half penny, just about sees bonds facing right. We then had 2 Crotal bells. One, which didn't make it. Unfortunately, it got worse as I cleaned it. It completely collapsed on me. Yeah, but it's still a lovely find. But of course, the one that we all want to hear. Beautiful. First time that's rung in many hundreds of years. I've only just started the cleaning, but you can see there's a pattern on there and some initials. So I think that we're going to be able to find the foundry mark, which will tell us exactly where that came from. So that's a beauty, and that needs some TLC and get that cleaned up, bit of artisil, and that will go alongside all my other Crotal bells. I've been very, very lucky. But the remainder of the video has to be dedicated to this young man here. Look at him. Beautiful bust. Not recognisable, not easily recognisable, but thanks to the internet, I can confirm that is Robert III of Flanders, or Belgium as it's now known, commonly known as Robert de Bethune. And what does that mean? Well, that means this is a continental sterling silver coin. And you can see the cross. It then says Rob, Commerce, C-O-M-E-S, Fland, F-L-A-N-D. So that's Robert de Bethune of Flanders. So that's a Belgian coin. It dates from around 1305 to 1322. So around the time of Edward II, but also of Robert the Bruce. And this is what these are imitating. So they're sterling silver, but they ended up in the UK to imitate the coins of Robert the Bruce in Scotland. And then on the back, a beautiful cross with pellets. And it says there, Mon Eta Allo Sten. Moneta Alosten, which basically means moneyed in Alost, which is a part of eastern Belgium, now known as Ulst. It's a beautiful coin. I'm told most of them that make it over to the UK have got bust facing forward. This one facing left means it's a very rare coin for these shores. It's an absolute beauty, in fantastic condition. I've done literally nothing to it other than give it a gentle clean. And that's as much as it's going to get. It's a beauty. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. A 700 even year old hammered coin off the surface, off that field. But not only that, a bit of a beauty, isn't he? Good old Bobby de Bethune. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. Yeah, that's definitely my best hammered coin I think I've ever found in terms of condition, quality, and of course rarity. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon.